What's up, YouTube Combat here, and I know, we have to take a second here to mourn the loss of the Blackout beta. But in all honesty, have we ever had that much fun in a beta? Like, both the Call of Duty Black Ops 4, like, multiplayer beta and the Blackout beta, I was sincerely disappointed that both those left. Like, I had a ton of fun playing both of those betas, and it was kind of disappointing when I got on Monday after work and I was like, oh, I can't play Blackout. And it was the same in August when I got on. I was like, oh, I can't play multiplayer. Like, I had genuinely a ton of fun. And I think that Treyarch got a ton of data from the community and are going to make this game as good as possible. They're going to really fine-tune this game to make it as good as it can be, because they know this is a title that has the potential to quote-unquote save Call of Duty, I guess would be the best way to put it. But I'm excited for the future of Call of Duty. I'm excited for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. It drops in a month, so let's talk about some changes I want to see to the Blackout mode. Now, this isn't anything that needs to happen right away, like day one changes. This is something I want to see over the course of this game's life cycle, because honestly, I think this game has more than a year life cycle. I think we're going to see this game being played in 2-3 years from now even. I think that might even be the long game that Activision's playing for with this game mode. I like I said in my last video, I have a hard time believing that we're going to see a new Battle Royale mode in the next iteration of Call of Duty, whether that be Modern Warfare 4, Ghost 2, or whatever it might be. I just have a tough time believing that. So it's up to Treyarch and their team with Blackout to make this the best possible Battle Royale mode for the next 3 years or even longer. So let's talk about some changes. Now, I would like to see these addressed in the next 6 months. Obviously, there's other changes I'm going to talk about that are more kind of in the future, which I've mentioned already in the past. So first and foremost is looting. I think that looting at times seems a little clunky. Sometimes I think I'm picking up a weapon and I'm not. Sometimes I think I'm picking up a reticle and I'm picking up the weapon next to it. And I feel that all in all, it just seems to be cumbersome. It takes more time than it should to loot something, especially when you're looting, dead bodies, like you're going to see here. It takes some time. You have to look up. You have to change your field of view. It'd be cool if it just came down in a whole drop-down menu, and then you can select what you needed to select to put on your person. I know that they are limited on what they can do with the looting system because of the fact that they're on console. So it could take some time and some real refining of the mechanics to figure out how they're exactly going to do this. But I have faith in Treyarch. I have faith in what their plans are. I'm hoping that they find a fix to this, because this is probably one of the biggest complaints so far through the first, week of us playing this game, is definitely the looting system needs work. And I think that anybody who's making a changes video is going to put the looting system there, because it is the only real negative so far that we feel that Treyarch can make positive changes to right away. I think that there can be a fix put in by the end of this month for launch day that will make looting easier and not as cumbersome. The next change, obviously, is addressing the armor issue, and whether it makes restricting level 3 armor to like 1 or 2 on the map and really making it sparse and just making sure that it's not a huge factor, or taking level 3 armor out altogether, or just allowing armor to buff up your health to a certain amount. So right now I don't really know all the data behind the armor stats. I don't know level 3 armor if it gives you an extra 100 damage, 150, 200, whatever it might be, but it'd be cool on your health bar if you grabbed armor. It was a health boost. So your regular 150, level 1 armor gets you to 175, level 2 armor gets you to 200, and once that bonus is gone, your armor's gone, right? So, and then level 3 would get you to 225 or to 250. And I think if you only have 100 extra hit points, and if the level 3 armor was sparse and not as plentiful in the map, I think it would be only certain occasions where you'd have that happen. However, let's say, you have level 3 armor on, you jump out of a building, you actually can't heal after that. So if you lose, let's say all but 7 hit points, you're down to 157, well, you can't heal back up because you can only heal to 150. unless you have a trauma pack, in which case, if you have armor and a trauma pack, you can't actually use the trauma pack, is I think another way we can kind of even the field a little bit, just to make armor still useful, but at the same time make it a little bit more of an even playing ground. If you run into a guy with level 3 armor, you're not just going to automatically lose, and I think that could be something that really gets worked on over time. The next thing is something that I've noticed probably isn't a problem in the PC community as much as it is a problem in the console community, and that is loading your consumables. So loading things like toggling through your medical stuff, so whether it's a trauma pack, med kit, or your painkillers or whatever they're called, or going through your grenades or going through your perks. It'd be nice if there was an easier method to do it. Let's say for Xbox, if playing on Xbox, for instance, to toggle through all your grenades, you just have to press right bumper, right? So a quick tap, you toggle through them. A actual hold will make you throw the grenade, kind of thing. I know that could be tough because it'll be kind of sensitive, but it's something I could see them doing as well with the healing. Healing's on left bumper. Just tick that, let's say you have trauma kits or whatever it might be, you can just tick through that and that'll give you the selection that you want. It's just an idea to make that easier and more player friendly than having to press up on your D-pad, scrolling across, finding the right one, pressing the button to equip it, and it's just a little bit time consuming, and I'd rather have an option that wasn't as time consuming so that we were able to kind of streamline this process. And with perks, at first I didn't really think they were super useful, but as I played more, and I played a lot more in duos and squads, I found there was uses to certain perks at certain times, and I felt that there is a reason to have them. So because of that, I think there should be an easier way to equip the perk. So if you walk over a perk, you can press down, right, or left on your D-pad, and that's where the perk's going to equip. So let's say you run over and you get Skulker or something like that. Press down on the D-pad while you're walking over it, and it'll automatically bind to your down on the D-pad instead of it, going into your inventory. You have to open your inventory and go from there, and then just like I said, makes it more cumbersome, not as player friendly, and I really think that could be an idea to essentially streamline this whole process. And the last thing is something I mentioned in my last video, and I know they're going to do it, but it's going to be changing up the map from time to time, because right now there isn't a tilted towers in this game. There isn't a spot that a lot of people land every single time. It's kind of all over the place. If you go to Nuketown, there's normally going to be some fights going on there. There's going to be a good number of people. If you go to Firing Range, there's going to be a good number of people. But overall, there isn't that one spot where literally 35-40% of people land, which is really good, and Treyarch's done a very good job of definitely leveling and equaling out the playing field so that there's not one of those spots, because I'll be honest, that is a little bit frustrating. It is a drawback from Fortnite sometimes when they just have that one spot where everyone goes. But I'd also like to see more towns, more spots, more little areas too. There's the little area outside construction area with those 6 houses that they have, and it'd be nice to have a couple more spots like that aren't necessarily name spots, where we can have little fights as we're going from place to place, because there is a lot of emptiness on the map. There's a lot of just trees and plains and whatnot. By plains I just mean like grass and very prairie-esque looking landscapes. So I'd prefer to see a more diverse map with more buildings and more opportunities to loot areas, and I really think it would just diversify the gameplay and allow us to see a bigger variety of engagements and opportunities. So that's just my thoughts. Those are some of the changes that I'd like to see. So I obviously want to hear from you guys. So let me know down below in the comment section what kind of changes you guys would like to see to Blackout. What do you guys think of the suggestions I made? Do you guys like some of the ideas? Do you think it would streamline some of the processes? And do you think it would make Blackout fun? Let me know in the comment down below. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, Combat signing off.